We're here with Ben Scott, one of Elinchrom's Australian ambassadors. Hi there, Ben.
Thanks, Peter. Appreciate you having me.
So, Ben, tell me a little bit about the work that you do and what you like to shoot the most.
I'm a fashion and commercial photographer. I love shooting portraits and I just love shooting people, really. With the world of fashion, I can cross over into the sort of emotive subjects and movement and colour and everything else. And with the portrait side of things, I can be a bit more creative as well and actually see what people are bringing out in themselves.
And do you prefer to work in the studio or on location? I see a little bit of both in your work.
Yeah, if I'm on location, especially at the beach, you'll see me up to about here in water and holding the camera above my head. I've got a massive studio, so it depends on what the client wants. I try and give a bit of flexibility. Studio work is easier in a lot of ways because you've got consistent light, where when you're on location you have to work with changing lights and changing environments especially, but that often makes the shoot more fun.
And so when you're shooting portraiture and fashion, what sort of light do you like most in the Elinchrom range?
It's a bit depending on what I'm shooting at the time. If I'm on location, I mix between the Quadras and the Rangers. Just moved up to the new ELB 400s in the Elinchrom range and absolutely fantastic. When I'm in studio, I've got the ELC 1000s and 500s, and it just, again, it depends on what I'm trying to go for at the time.
So in terms of what you're trying to go for, we've got one of your very strong, intimate and in-your-face portraits here, and I was trying to work out exactly what sort of light you'd use looking at the reflections there, but of course you might have been doing a little bit more in those eyes. Tell me, how did that photo come about?
The reason why I chose that photo is it's actually on my business card now. I love it so much, and it was one of these days where myself and a makeup artist called Martin Bray were going a bit crazy. We actually had the model with sparklers going over her face and all sorts of things, and that was the way shoots sometimes work. You know, this was the end of the day. The model said, let's do something a little bit more fun, and that whole process took about 15 minutes, but had the Elinchrom Deep Octa above. I just quickly put it up and took about, I think, 35 shots, and I think of those 35 shots there was about 15 that were like that, and it just shows any sort of photo shoot is a massive team effort, and the model that day was just up for anything, which makes my life more exciting.
How do you get that interaction with your models?
I'm a person that spends time with the models, so I don't turn up and press a button. I'll actually turn up when the makeup starts and I'll sit down and chat to them. Might be talking about rubbish, might be talking about their love life, might be talking about, you know, what their favourite things are. I find it's very important for any from fashion shoots to portraiture to anything, to be interactive with that person. Otherwise you don't get that feeling back from the image.
Ben, that's a very strong image. This is a much softer image. There's a quietness about the light. So how many lights? What were some of the challenges in producing this particular work?
Well, for this one, there was a brief that they wanted something to feel a bit like it was an Arabian sunset. It was for a hair shoot, so it was very important to light the hair as well as makeup and everything else perfectly. So I think with that shoot we had about 6 lights running. We had hair light, we had rim lights, we had backlights. So it was quite complex. My normal shoots are 1 or 2 lights. I keep it very simple because as soon as you change something, you have to change all those lights. But for this one we used the ELC 1000s, a couple of 500s, and they worked superbly, and especially with the pouring of the sand, it just captured that.
So what were you looking for in the lighting effect? What was the emotion that you were looking for?
Quite a soft light, but with nice edging. For the background, I put a backlight on just to give that sort of sunset, sunrise feel. You can see by the tones and colours it all had that orangey sort of feeling to it all.
Fantastic. Ben, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.